Erased Matriarchy. Unearthing the history of female power.
Picture the ultimate symbol of tradition, the 1950s housewife. She is in the kitchen, the roast is in the oven, and she is wholly dependent on her husband's paycheck. We are taught to think this is how it always was, until modern feminism changed the rules. But on Erased Matriarchy, we dig up what was buried, because that role, it was engineered. And it is barely a century old.
Wait, women have always been the ones at home with the kids, though.
They were with the kids, but they weren't just keeping house. If you go back to pre-industrial Europe or early America, the home wasn't a retreat. It was a business, a production unit. Women were brewers, weavers, dairy managers. A blacksmith's wife didn't just sweep the floor. She managed the accounts and finished the goods.
So they were partners, not dependents.
Exactly. Economic survival required two producers. But then the machines arrived, the Industrial Revolution. Suddenly, factory owners realized something. They could hire women and children for half the price of a man.
Of course, cheap labor.
It was a gold rush for owners, but a disaster for men. Their wages tanked because they couldn't compete with their own wives. So, male-led labor unions and social conservatives came up with a strategy, a new social contract called the family wage.
That sounds good, like supporting the family.
It sounds noble, but it was a trap. The deal was this. Men would be paid enough to support a wife and children single-handedly, but the condition was that women had to be removed from the labor force entirely to restore social order. They literally paid men to keep women at home. They enforced it. Look at Henry Ford in 1914. He introduces the famous $5 day. It was double the standard wage, life-changing money. But to get it, you had to pass an inspection.
An inspection of what? The car parts?
Your home life. Ford had a sociological department, a team of 50 investigators who would physically go to a worker's house. They checked for cleanliness, sobriety, and if the wife was working.
That is incredibly creepy.
It was effective. If a worker's wife was found taking in boarders or selling eggs, he didn't get the $5. He got the lower wage. Ford used his payroll to manufacture the housewife.
So the pay gap isn't just accidental bias.
It is the architecture of the system. By defining men's income as a living wage and women's income as unnecessary pin money, they didn't just send women home, they devalued every hour of work a woman has done since.
Ignite your muse with drops of inspiration. Search Musedrops.